welcome to my channel. This is unique for me. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas, and I just wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Please enjoy yourself. Don't forget we're celebrating Christ. That's the reason for Christmas. We're celebrating Christ. Share the love of Christ with your friends, your neighbors, anybody you come across, just share the love of Christ and just celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. And that's what we're celebrating. Yeah, I wanted to do this video, just, I don't know, maybe a part of my story. I don't know how to, I want to share this video anyway to show you, or to let you know, the differences and the similarities between the Irish Christmas and my Nigerian Christmas. My Irish Christmas is different, totally different from the Nigerian experience. So I'll first tell you a brief how I felt. My first Christmas here was so lonely. Actually, I came in November. I came into the country in November, and December was Christmas. So it was a very lonely Christmas. It was just myself, my son, and my husband, I think, was working that day. Or I can't really remember. I just know that it was a very lonely day. Only, okay. Now, comparing them, you see, build up to Christmas here is very exciting. In fact, magical. Like it's really nice. The shops and the streets are very well decorated, and Christmas in the air, music's in the shop, Christmas music, like Christmas carols, and songs that just show Christmas. It's always very lovely, very, the scenery is fantastic. So, and there was this build up. I had this excitement that, oh my God, Christmas just looks so, beautiful, looks so wonderful. Everywhere felt good. And then on Christmas Day, everything was just quiet. Everything was just like there was no one in this world. Like, I was living in the countryside then, actually, and looking out of the window, I saw that nobody came out, and that was a big shock for me, a very big culture shock for me, because that was the opposite of what happens in Nigeria. Like, people that don't even go on Christmas Day, everywhere is busy. It's like a festival everywhere. Everyone is in festive mood. People go out, and everywhere is crowded majorly. Like any entertainment place, amusement place, everywhere will be crowded because everybody just wants to go out and have fun. But here on Christmas is really like a family time. And that was the first things I noticed. It's a family time, and I think I'm really used to it now. That by the time you see it, I'll just like to have both together. I wish I can have both, my Nigerian Christmas and my Irish Christmas together. Here, one of the differences is that in Nigeria, once it's December, like even sometimes towards the end of November or by December, the prices of stuffs, things in the shops starts increasing. The prices skyrockets through Christmas. A bag of rice that costs the normal price would have almost doubled by Christmas, and sometimes even more than doubled. But like many things that people eat and use for the season, for the Christmas, is usually the prices increase. But here, what I found out is that by December, sales start. Like, prices drop. Most things that we use for Christmas, the prices just drop, and people are encouraged to buy, and that was a good one. A good experience for me personally, because I found out that I could get a lot of stuff, even things that we don't use for Christmas, normal things that we use at home. In December there's always sales, so you use that period to stock up, and then you can actually get a lot of stuff for friends and family, things to give out. So that's one of the differences. And Also, yeah, the Christmas day, that's a big difference. Like, I remember in my second Christmas, I think I cried. I cried a lot because I felt so alone. My husband was not around. I was sure of that. I think he was working, and calling home just to talk to everybody. And my brother was like, hey, everybody was in my dad's house, and just thinking that if only I was home, I would also have been in Oyo. I would have been in my dad's house. All my siblings were there, a lot of cousins, their children. My cousins' children were there. My cousins also, my uncle, everywhere was full. And I was talking to them. My brother was just laughing and making fun of me. I was just like, do you want to talk to brother so? Do you want to talk to this uncle? And I laughed, I played, and I gisted with them. But in the night, I just cried. I felt like I was alone. And here, I remember that day, my brother was like, look out now, maybe you will able to see a bird. It was messing. And then I looked out, there was nobody. And then the only person I saw actually came out in her pajamas to drop her bin, to drop things in her bin. And I was just like, oh my God, is this life? But now I'm so used to it. I can't even I'm really, it's it's just part of me now. Like I was telling, sometimes I tell my children the differences. They don't get it. I think they need to go to Nigeria for a Christmas for them to understand. They don't understand. When I say everywhere is full, everywhere is fun. On Christmas Day in Nigeria, people come to visit you. Nobody needs an invitation to come to your house. You don't need to you can go out. And like the way I grew up, on Christmas Day, there would have been preparations towards Christmas. That on Christmas Day there will be, they call them Olopo, they are caterers that will come and cook. And even when we couldn't afford caterers to come and cook in our house for Christmas, I cooked. Like we would cook, my sisters and I, we would just organize it. We'll cook ourselves, because there must be visitors. Daddy will have visitors. People will come into the house, and so it was just normal. It was just something you had to do, So Christmas was always fun, and the house was always full. And then sometimes you'll see these drummers. I don't know how to. They just come and drum and make some music, and expecting to be paid. Everyone is always in a light mood. Everyone is always happy. It's always fun, But here, today is Christmas now. And my children, like, it's still early in the morning. I've just not slept. My children are sleeping. When they wake up, they expect to just wake up and go and check their gifts. So, and then they see their gifts. They play with whatever they want to play with. It's just, we watch movie, we cook, and, the table is dressed for, is prepared for Christmas lunch or dinner. And our own is even fun. It's not like in my house. It's not exactly like table formally dressed for dinner and all that. I just put things on the table, different foods on the table, and the children just take whatever they want to take, and they go back to take more. Like it's just a family timing. And there are many times that it's so, like, there may be snow, but this year there's not going to be snow. But sometimes there will be snow. Nobody really goes out except if you have to go to work. And doctors, like a lot of times, even my husband is working on Christmas Day because he likes to be free on New Year's Eve. So they share it at work. It's either you're working on Christmas or you're working on New Year. So so a lot of times he will pick Chris, likes to be at the New Year Eve service. So those are the main differences. Like you can't go out. You can't, except you have a car. You can't go out on Christmas Day because public transports will not work. In fact, if you're going out, just make sure your car is in very good condition, because if anything happens, I don't think the car rescue services, I'm not sure they work on Christmas days. Everywhere is so, if you go on the streets, in the morning on Christmas Day. If you go on the street, you will not, if you see people that are just having a stroll, and as if it's not cold, because most times it's extremely cold, so people don't even go out. Like, it's time for family. People just, they're inside, they're in their houses. And like the typical Irish family, people, the children that have been out of the country, they come home for Christmas, so it's just they're just in their house, they don't go out. Not like in Nigeria, that even when you go to your parents, or you go to the villages, you're out, you're having fun. They are in having fun. I was trying to compare the two scenarios and the two cultures. But I think because on Christmas Day, we like to go out because of the weather. The weather permits, so there's hardly, I don't think there can be rain in December. But here it's so cold that everybody just stays in. I think that's how the culture is. That's how the tradition is, because there's no point going out anyway. So, and that is it. So I just came to tell you about my experience here, the Christmas here, and the Christmas in Nigeria. It's been a very wonderful experience. I think I've adapted to that. Although I like my children to experience the Nigerian Christmas, I'll organize that. But this is the Irish Christmas, and we have all we go out and we get everything we need to get before Christmas, because on Christmas Day you're not going out. If you plan to go out, you're really on your own. So, but it's still fun because we just stay indoors with ourselves and we just try to make the best of it. So, and the only thing I miss is just family. Family is what I really miss at Christmas here, because I think I'm used to the Christmas here. I like it like that, like you're just indoors with your family. But I really wish I can have the rest of my family, my siblings, my nieces and nephews, cousins and all that. If that is it, then we're fine, So anyway, Merry Christmas. Can you tell me how Christmas is at your end? And I know that some people in Ireland here, like the immigrants in Ireland, especially the Nigerians, I know that the Nigerians here sometimes organize, group parties, Christmas parties indoor in their house, like 2 or 3 families gathering together. Since there are no extended, since most people don't have their siblings here, family friends gather together to have Christmas. That's their own way of celebrating it. But in my own family, we don't go out, we just stay indoors, and we celebrate it in our own way. So please let me know how you do it in your own side. Take care, thank you, and keep watching Unique Fumi. Thank you so much. Take care, bye.